Welcome to the Jenn Sheelen podcast. I am Jenn of jennsheelen.com, and I have one of my co-hosts with me today, Doug the dog. You ready, buddy? What do you think? Is your sister gonna come? High five. Oh, it's a good boy. I don't have my other co-host with me at the moment. It's a little bit easier to film without her up here, but maybe I'll get her up here at the end to say goodbye. Let's get him to do one more trick. Dougie, lay down. Oh, he's a good boy. Good baby. You can find me on various forms of social media. I am on Ravelry, Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest, Twitter, and Tumblr. And I have a Ravelry group as well. So come on over and join me there. I'm trying to get back into the swing of things. It's been about a month since I podcasted, and I have a lot to show you. Oh my goodness, I have things to show off that are so great. Wait till you see. Wait till you see. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, so this is episode 32, and today is Sunday, September 23rd of 2017. So if you are a new viewer, welcome. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back. And if you like this podcast, hit the subscribe button below. Let's get into it. Okay, so the podcast I was listening to while getting ready was The Crazy Sock Lady, and that's Kay. And she is the Crazy Sock Lady in Ravelry as well. You should totally go check out her podcast. It's a video podcast on YouTube. She is so sweet and so much fun to watch. I enjoy watching her a lot. And I found her, when did I find her? I'm trying to remember exactly when I found her. I like to try to reference that so every podcaster kind of has an idea. But it's been a while, I think, since I've been following her, and she just did a giveaway for my Victorian Yuletide patterns, which was awesome. Thank you so much for doing that, Kay. As well as I have a bunch of podcasters out there who are using it as a giveaway too. So thank you to all of you. Let's get on to it. Oh my gosh, selfish knitting. Okay, so wait till you see what I've been working on. Oh my goodness. Let's see what the first thing is on here. Ooh! My Spellbound socks. Now, I talked about these. I don't have my sock blockers up here with me because they are currently in use, so I'm going to show as best I can. These are my Spellbound socks, and this is from my friend Naomi Buchanan. She's a designer in Ravelry, and she is Cozy Cute Knits. And wait till you see these socks! Oh my god! How fun are these? I think I showed them in progress in my last episode. But I love this pattern. It was very easy, but it still kept you engaged. It's a lot like the Hermione's Everyday Socks, where it gives you a little bit of texture for the pattern. It's something simple and easy to memorize, but yet it keeps you engaged and wants you to get the sock done. So very cute pattern. Go check that out. Love them. All done. Ha! And these were in my yarn. Oh my goodness, almost forgot to talk about that. This is my Warm Fuzzies Twinkle. Oh, in gold. Are they showing? They're not showing really. Maybe a little. Oh, it was so fall. I'm like, a really good fall color would be like perfect since we're now finally officially into fall. So yeah, done. My other socks that I got done. I keep calling these my Patronus socks because the colorway from Little French Meadow is EXPECTO PATRONUM. So yeah, that's not the pattern, but I've been calling them my Patronus socks. They're socks for the Deputy Headmistress, and the pattern is by Erica Louder. My goodness. And, oh, these were fun. This was another one. It was a great chart to follow, so if you're a chart knitter, you would love this. And it really just kept you engaged. It's very subtle with this yarn. But what a great pattern for this. It was just a little something. And I love, of course, the different color toe and heel. That's now my thing. Instead of doing cuff toe and heel, just the heel and the toe. Love these. And her yarn is super soft and yummy and squishy. So I loved knitting with it, as well as how much I love this colorway. I mean, come on. How much is that a Patronus right there? Come on. I mean, seriously. So those were fun, and they're all done. I kind of loved getting all this stuff off my needles because I have so much other stuff that I want to work on. So I'm like, all right, let's get my Patronus socks done. Let's get these, like I was on a mission to get all these projects done. So I have another pair of socks that are done, but they are what's on my sock blockers now, is my Minion socks. And they are called Because I'm Happy is the colorway. and they're by Eat Knit Dye. Cute self-striping socks. Oh my goodness. And even though they were man socks and took forever, worth it. They were so much fun to knit because they were so minion and they're so perfect, and I know they're going to make a perfect gift. And they're done. They're ginormous. So I cast on a few more stitches than I normally do. I think I did 72 for these, which isn't that bad. I usually do 68 for men, depending. And they're huge, but they're boy socks. So I'm like, I'm so used to knitting women's socks that boy socks just seem ginormous. But they are done. I finished them, and they're currently drying. Cha-ching! Another little check off the list there for the Christmas list. Yes, I've been Christmas knitting. What's up? That's right. Who's ahead of the game right now? Alright, what else did I finish? Oh my goodness! So when I finished my Spellbound socks, this yarn just called to me and told me it needs to be a pumpkin. So I knit a pumpkin. Look at how cute that little guy is. I can't even stand it. It's a little sparkly pumpkin. I don't think my sparkles are showing. But look, there they are. Like, I can't. Like, I can't even. So this is a pattern. It's actually from the Bat pattern by Barbara Prime. And she's Fuzzy Mitten on Ravelry. I love her patterns for toys. And I've knit pumpkins throughout the years, and people love them. And I love to knit them. They're such a cute little like instant gratification knit. So it really just kind of, like, as soon as I saw pumpkin in that yarn, it gave me that instant, like, gratification in the knit. I'm like, I need to knit that. I need to make that happen immediately. Drop everything else on the needles, knit a pumpkin. And I did. So cute. I need to knit like a million more of them. I have a ton of the yarn left over, which is great. So I just need time. Who has that? I mean, really. I think that is it for, yes, that is it for my foes. Now I'll show you my whips. So I'm like, all right, I got these 2 pairs of socks off the needle. I should at least get 1 more pair of socks on the needle, right? So instead of just casting on 1 more pair, not only did I cast on 2 pairs of socks, boy socks. I know. I also cast on a sock hat. Yeah, I'm like, well, I couldn't decide between the 3. They're all Christmas gifts, and I'm like, I can't pick any of these first. Like, I gotta cast them on all at the same time. So the good news is, even though the socks are plain vanilla, the colors will keep me engaged because I'll switch between the 2 of them. And then I have the hat to work on too, to break things up as well. See? There was a method to my madness there. I just didn't know it until now. Okay. What's the first one? Oh, I'll show you this. I'll show you the hat first. So this is from Ridge Yarns, their Kaleidoscope yarn. And I ruined their tag when I ripped off the tag on the skein. I felt so bad. I'm like, oh, but I managed to get the name. I kind of put the pieces together. And the colorway is Forest. And you'll think this is pretty funny as I keep getting on in the episode. And it's just this, I think this is I did the same thing I did with my brother-in-law, where I did the 2x2 ribbed for her pleasure hat, but I kind of followed the sockhead hat rules for sizing. So just basic 2x2 rib. Really? Oh my goodness, Doug agrees. You agree with my genius? Was I smart? I know. What? Okay. So here's my 2x2 rib hat. Really, really nice dark green. I think that'll be perfect for the recipient. Hopefully he'll like it. It's boy hat. I figured masculine colors, those nice dark greens. So that's the only thing I'll give away, is that it is a boy hat. So for any of my gift recipients watching this, you don't know if you're gonna get it. Just saying. Could be you. I don't know. What else? So here are my 2 pairs of socks. Both of them are in my yarn. I've had this thing lately where I've wanted to knit my yarn. Now I seem to forget that I'm not really knitting that or dyeing that for my personal stash. I'm supposed to be selling it, but I can't stop knitting with it. There is a problem, but it's okay. It was just the perfect yarn for the recipients. I'm like, I need to use this yarn. So I did. It's okay. First one, since I dyed this yarn, I have been like dying to knit with it. Like, I'm like, I love this yarn so much. It's my Distinguished Gentleman. And I'll show you what it looks like all caked up there. That dark gray is really prominent. There's a lot of lighter gray in it too. You'll see where. And this, totally unplanned when I dyed it, is coming out self-stripey. Like not even self-stripey, but cool. Look at this. On my tweed, my Warm Fuzzies tweed, look at that. Like, that was so not planned. And now when I originally cast these socks on, I did for bigger feet. Like, and I was talking earlier about how for men's socks, I usually cast on 68 stitches. And I use the size 1, 2.25 millimeter needles, right? Done it before, whatever, same type of yarn, merino, all the things are the same except for maybe metal needles versus wood. But I've used these metal needles before to knit socks and I've never noticed a difference. Apparently with these there was. I cast on those extra stitches. I cast on 68. Went to knit it, it was huge. It was like the width of my face. I'm like, maybe not that wide, but like it was wide. I'm like, huh, that makes no sense. I don't understand. I don't know why it happened. The good news is, well, the bad news is I had to rip it out. I had gotten, you know, yay far in and I had to rip it out. I was like, okay, and they're boy socks. So I got them pretty far, but I got to rip it out and cast on less stitches. So that's the good news, is now I'm working with only 64 stitches instead of 68. Not bad. I'm okay with that. I have no idea what happened. I don't know. I don't know if it's a tweed in it. There's not much different metal versus wood, but I've used them before. I don't know. Weird. But anyway, so now I'm all ready to the foot and I put my waist yarn in for it. But I thought that was so cool. So, so when I had cast on the additional stitches, it was pooling really cool. So it was like doing like a whirly pool thing. Now that it's less stitches, it's doing some self-stripies. What? Totally unplanned. I was just kind of dyed it that way, but now it's like, now I want to knit them all and see if that's what happens. I can't do that. Not only do not have the time, I'm supposed to be selling those. I mean, really, Jen. I mean, really. It's okay. I finally was like, oh, I've been dying to knit with it. So it's allowed. I know. But still. That one. And then the last pair, these are even bigger. These are big for big feet. I swear to God, it feels like I'm knitting a Christmas stocking out of fingering weight yarn. There are so many stitches. And this is what didn't make any sense. I didn't cast on that many more for the sock. I think I did 76. I did so, well, actually, yeah, I did. I cast on a lot more. 76, and it was only a little bit wider than those socks with 68 stitches. This makes no sense. When knitting goes wrong, I don't know. It's weird. But here are the Christmas stocking / ginormous recipient socks. And that is in, again, my yarn, my Elements colorway, and just my plain old Warm Fuzzy sock. What I had done, and I have a confession, and I wasn't going to tell you guys, but I will, because you guys are my friends, and it's okay. I had dyed a sock blank for Elements. I have another one too, but this was my first try. I had this idea, and I really wanted it to work, and I painted it out, and I hated it. I love the colors on it, but I was too embarrassed to even show you guys on here. That's how much I hated how it came out. So, yeah. Instead of showing you guys, I was like, well, I'll knit something out of it eventually. And I was like, boy socks, these will be fun. And I wanted something fun for him. So, yeah. I didn't even want to show you guys what it looked like on here, so I caked it up. I'm like, that's how much I didn't want you guys to see how bad that sock blank came out. The colors were so great though, so it would have been a waste not to use it. So there you go. That worked out. And I know I have 460 yards, which is good because I need extra yardage for these guy feet. And it's machine washable, which is something else I really wanted it to be. I tend to put hand wash with all my yarn when I send it out because that's what I prefer. And that's just the best way to treat the yarn, but I know, in my opinion, but I know these are going to wind up in the wash, and it's okay. So I just had the yarn, and it was perfect, you know. Yeah, that sock blank was just no. It was no. I'm like, I can't show it off, I'm too embarrassed. I'm going to cake it. They'll never know. So silly. So silly. But that's okay. That's kind of my MO anyway. I think that is it for my whips too. So I'm busy. And now we're on to my favorite segment, beverage of choice. This is a good one. And I think we stumbled across this one in Connecticut. I could be wrong, but this was one of our other trips, like down to Jersey and down to Pennsylvania and back. Oh, this is by The Greater Good, and this is called Citra. Come here. There we go. Oh, it's so good. Oh my goodness. So it's a double IPA. It's 9%. 9% alcohol. So it's a little stronger. Again, what I would call a sipper. But it's delicious. And it was a really good find. And Frank Sheelen let me have the last one so that I could podcast with it. Cheers! Oh my god, you guys. Oh, if you are an IPA lover and you like that citrus flavor and like a really rich IPA flavor, this is a good one. Oh my goodness, it packs a wallop in flavor and in as well as in alcohol content. Okay, enough of that, back to business. And this is a good one too, because then we could talk about the not pink elephant in the room. What I'm styling. Oh my god, you guys, I finally finished it. I was so excited about this design. This is one of those designs that I've had in my head since I found the stitch pattern. I'm like, I have to design a crescent-shaped shawl around this stitch pattern. I just had to do it. And it was little frogs. Huh. So this is my Enchanted pool shawl. And right here, in this green, you'll see little frogs. Do you see them? I'll hold it closer in a minute. I'm loath to take it off because I love it so much. But yeah, I saw that stitch pattern and I had this perfect green yarn and I'm like, it was merino and the colorway is lettuce. It was so perfect. I'm like, yes, yes. So I use that. I use Handmaiden's Casbah. Oh my god, they're hand painted for that variegated right there. And then I used Cascade Heritage for the brown. But look at how fun this is. It came out better than I even had in my head. It was just, those little frogs. I'm like, yep, I picture this in, enchanted forest pool with little froggies, like it's just getting dark and you hear them ribbiting. Yeah. So remember when I mentioned the forest colorway before? That's why it's funny, because I think I'm just focused on that. Those colorways right now. But yeah, I'm really, really happy with how it came out. I did a simple little garter border at the bottom, easy bind off, and I just went up a few needle sizes bigger. On the crescent, I noticed I have to go up even, like instead of 2 needle sizes, I go up 3. I just, for some reason, I've noticed that I'll bind off even tighter for a crescent, or it just comes out tighter, and I don't love it. So I'm like, but you know what, this one I'll do 3, and that's how I wrote the pattern too. So I actually knit this with a 6, a US 6, and then bound off with a US 9. And it came out just how I wanted it at the bottom. Hey, can you step it again? Come here. Oh, come here. Boom. Yeah. Oh, it's so squishy and drapey because oh my goodness, all those yarns were so drapey after they were blocked. I'm like, oh. I'm very happy with it. And I like how I kind of just throw it on and it's kind of, you can be messy with it. You could be not like you can kind of you can do whatever you want. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. And I'm now in love with knitting crescent-shaped shawls. I thought asymmetrical was going to be like my new thing. Crescent might take it. I don't know. There's just something about how it bunched, like how you can kind of like scrunch it when you're wearing it. And I think that's why, is I just like the shape for that reason alone. But, I mean, I could do that with my asymmetrical too, but then I get the little point. But this one, it's like, yeah. I know. I can't. All right, Jen, get back to it. So my Enchanted Forest Pool shawl. It is in test mode now, and it is almost done. Oh my goodness, I've already had a tester finish it, and it was so pretty. You guys, if I can, I'll pop a picture of it right here. I know, right? I know. The colors she chose were just so perfect, and same for all my testers. The colors they chose and the yarns they chose to go together for each of their shawls came out so pretty. That's like, I think my favorite part of designing is to see how other knitters are going to take the pattern and almost interpret it with their yarn and their colorways. It's really fun. Like this one, I use all the colorways with that, that name in mind, or the name came from the colorways. So it's interesting to see what other people do with it and other colors they choose. I love it. It's fun. Okay, I'm gonna get on with it. What else do I have to talk to you guys about? It's been so long. Showing off. Oh, you guys. Okay, so I may have bought a few things, but I needed to buy these things because I could not resist. Wait till you see. Oh my god. Stitch by Jessalou strikes again. It is a labyrinth bag. What did I say? Yes, I did. A labyrinth bag. David Bowie and all. Look at it. Oh my god. David Bowie, dead center. Look at this. Ludo. I mean, come on. The knockers. Like, seriously. Seriously. I love this bag so much. So much. Like, I can't. And then she did the screen inside, which I love. I could not resist this bag. And I'm like, if you come up with a never-ending story and a dark crystal one, I'm screwed because I'm going to buy those too. It's like coming back from my childhood. Those are all movies from when I was growing up. Yeah, how do you say no? I'm like, click. Thank you, internet. Take my money. Yeah. Another one who came out with, and here I'll show Stitch by Jessalou's card. Everybody, I'm pretty sure knows who she is. But there you go. Another one who got me, again, hook, line, and sinker, was my friend Uli from the Knitter's Nook. You can't show me this bag and expect me not to buy. And then she came up with a sale too. I'm like, you're killing me. I can't resist. So I'll show you her card first while I have it in my hand. Right there. Whoop. Knitter's Nook on Etsy. It's a sushi bag. I know. Like, how do you say no to that? Look at this bag. I mean, come on. Come on. There was no way I was saying no to that. Look at the inside. Seriously. Yeah. Hook, line, and sinker. Had to buy it. Had to be mine. So I did. Yeah. You had me at the sale. I'm like, I had been eyeing this bag forever. And then you're like, oh, by the way, blah, I have a coupon code. I'm like, I don't even think you did a coupon code. You even made it easier. It was just on sale. I'm like, you're killing me. I know. Could not resist. Could you? I mean, if you're a sushi lover, seriously. And then Labyrinth too. I know. It's craziness. What else do I have? Oh, I have my birdhouse bag. Oh, this is from my friend Naomi. Cozy Cute Knits. Yeah. She did too. She had a sale. I'm like, damn it. I'm like, come on, you guys. You're killing me. That's like, that just pushes me over the edge for purchasing. I mean, seriously. Look at this cute bag. I mean, come on. She's killing me. So, of course, I had to have it. And stitch markers to go with it. Cute little pink inside there. Look at that. It's a simple little pink in there, and I love it, and I can't. So, yeah, I got stitch markers from her, too. These are super sweet. Check these out. Let me get them out of the bag. Whoop, come here. Yeah, it's a little pixie. Oh my goodness. Look at that. And then the tree and all that. That totally goes with my Enchanted Forest Pool shawl. Look at that. And then the other ones I got are puzzle pieces. I love me some jigsaw puzzles. Where'd they go? Did I pull them out? I must have pulled them out. Oh, there they are. Phew, crisis averted. These cute little bags too. I mean, cutie. Like, you're killing me. I am a jigsaw puzzle lover. I like miss doing jigsaw puzzles on the table and all that because it's uncomfortable for me to sit at our dining room table, so I do them on there's an app, I think it's Magic Puzzles on my iPad, so it like gives me the taste of doing jigsaw puzzles. So I saw those and I'm like, well, those gotta be mine now too. Think. Yeah, the internet has taken a little bit of my money lately, but it's all for good stuff. And they're mine. I know. How can you resist? Just saying. Another one. Oh my god, this shop cracks me up. I see the bags that she posts on her Instagram account and I'm dying laughing. Like anytime I go in her shop, it's the same. This is the Naughty Knitting Sacks. And this is Katie from Naughty Knitting Sacks. Here's her card. They're so funny because they're wildly inappropriate, which of course is what I love. So you look at this bag, and what I love about it is you can be all modest with it, and then you can be inappropriate. So it's this pretty pattern. Look at that pattern. And it's the whole keyhole boop concept. So you carry it like so. Yeah, see, it's pretty, like really, really pretty pattern. And then you fold it down to let it set while you knit. It's so screwy, you guys. Come on. Come on. And you know me in puns. So not only is it inappropriate, I love a good pun. I mean, really. What? There's more that are wildly inappropriate. There's one with a bunch of curse words on the inside, and I'm like, I'm looking at the bag, I'm like, someday that has to be mine. I'm dying looking at the curse words that are inside this bag, and I love how they're all like, and then you can be like, ta-da! I think if I wanted to, I bet I could do this inside out too. But it just cracked me up. I'm like, I have to have that. So she is actually sending some bags for giveaways too. So stay tuned for that, especially if you are just as much into wildly inappropriate puns as I am. Not all of her bags are a pun, but that's why this one grabbed my attention. Of course, we know how Jen rolls. Okay, now on to, I'm going to call it its own segment, Rhinebeck. You guys, it's coming. It's like a month away, less than a month away. I know, and I'm going, and I'm staying with pals Lucky Jenny and Candy from Pause for Stitches, and it's gonna be so much fun. And then I get to meet Amy too. Oh my god, I can't. Amy's not a knits. You stop it. I know. We're all gonna hang out. We're gonna have so much fun, and I get to meet all these podcasters. And I'm not trying to rub it in. I swear. I'm just really excited, and I'm dying to share. So here's my goal. Frank Sheelen and I would like to come up with a couple of hashtags, especially a good one for a giveaway. But I'm looking for something creative. Now, I could use some ideas. So if you have any ideas of hashtag ideas, hashtags I can use, either commenting here or when I post on Facebook or Instagram, and let me know what you think. I'm thinking something with my name, but the problem is a lot of people spell it wrong. It's E-N at the end, and a lot of people spell it A-N, so that they wouldn't. I could check another hashtag with that just in case, but I want it to be something easy breezy. So if you have any ideas, please let me know. Oh my goodness, I can't wait. It's so close. I'm finally really starting, because it's been such a busy summer, and even going into the school year, it's been so busy that now I can finally I'm starting to get really excited for it, because now I'm starting to think about it. I'm like, oh my god. I haven't even written a list. I have to look at the vendor list and kind of come up with a game plan. Nothing. I am so behind. Lucky Jenny's on it. She's like, oh my god, so we got this going on. I've signed up for that. I'm like, I gotta catch up. I'm so behind. But yes, Rhinebeck is coming. Oh my goodness. Next up is giveaways. And oh my goodness, you guys, my 4 seasons sock knit along just ended for the summer, because now we're into fall, and I have a winner. And the winner is, I believe she was I'm going to say the number is 16, but I'm not positive. I wrote down her name instead of the number, because I just do a random number generator from the group, is Miss Nitsy, and that's Katie. Congratulations! You win! And now I will show you what you won. This is my favorite part. It's my favorite part. Okay. What do I have for you? So this is another donator to the podcast, so now I can show off this other bag too. Oh, what do you see? What do you see? Smooch Pooch. Check out her shop. So cute. Look at that card. I love that logo so much. I can't even. She was, so thank you so much. She was kind enough to, and this is Ellie, donate some bags. And she said I can keep one, or I can give it away if I want. We're going to see about that, because I really love it. It's going to be really hard to part with the one, but I'm definitely giving this one away. So Katie, Miss Nitsy, I'm giving you this bag from Smooch Pooch. They're little turtles. Oh my god. Look at how cute that bag is. I mean, come on. I love her tags too. Look at how cute that is. I mean, oh my goodness. It's that little logo. Totally. So cute. So you win that bag from Smooch Pooch. You are getting some stitch markers, and this is from the shop Blue Wolves, and she is on Etsy. Pretty little red markers, and they match the bag with the little turtles. Totally. And you're getting a Jenn Sheelen pattern of your choice that includes sets, along with a skein of my yarn. This one was a one-off. It does not have a name, so you can feel free to name it. But it was very fall, so I thought it was fun to give you something fall to go into the fall. And you know, it does kind of match the bag a little, with the green and the turtles and the reds and the... That was kind of fun. So that is for you. So please send me your address and I will ship them off to you. Giveaways. You guys know how I love a good giveaway. Oh my goodness. All right. I'm half an hour in. I'm doing good. The other bag that she sent me from Smooch or Pooch is this. Look at this bag. How do I resist this bag? I can give it away or I can keep it. I don't know. It's going to be so hard to part with it because it's so cute. Look at the ribbon on the side. It's a paw prints. I mean, come on. Come on. She's killing me here. She's killing me. Little tag in there too. So I don't know. I should part with it. You guys can tell me what you think below. I know everybody's going to be like, you got to give it away. But yeah, it'll be hard. But I might be the bigger person and give it away. We'll see. That was the other giveaway bag. And what else did I have in here going on? I had the Smooch Pooch. I talked about that. I talked about Nutty Knitting Sacks, that she's got stuff coming. I still have the Sunshine and Bubblegum bag that's going to be going away. The Lila Lovely bag. I have patterns from Corinne Walters, and she's Corinne Walter, Jennifer Sheelen. Get together. Her Ravelry name is Gingy, and she has a bunch of patterns of choice that are sitting out there, which are going to be happening for the Warm Fuzzies knit along, which is, that was a good segue. That wasn't even on purpose. The Warm Fuzzies knit along is ending at the end of this month, and we've had so many pretty entries. Oh my goodness. There's this one shawl in there, which I think it's a snow melt shawl. Oh, I was like, oh my god. The colors and the knitting, deads. I was like, thunk, deads. So pretty. All of the projects in there are gorgeous, and I love seeing all the different entries. So if you have anything left, you have till next week, end of next week, to I think it's next Saturday, to get them in. So get them in, and there's fun prizes for that. Okay. What else do I have to show you guys? I think I am almost done. I am. So my knit reading, I will just put in my show notes and in the group, so knit reading and knit watching. I'll just pop that in there. To move right on to what's up with all the things. So I kind of already blew it with the what's up with all the things. I already talked about both things, but that's okay. I can mention them again. My Victorian Yuletide ornament patterns, so I had 3, 4, and 5, are all released, and I set up an ebook of all 5 of my Victorian Yuletide patterns. So you can buy the ebook if you want, and if you haven't purchased any of these patterns and you go to buy the book, I'm giving you 5 for the price of 4. So go check that out. Yay, it's finally released. I was so happy to get that out. And I know I did it so early, but it's really to cater to knitters who do start knitting for Christmas early, and or it plants a seed too. It's a good idea for something where you're like, oh my god, I'm running out of knitting time for Christmas. And it's a small, quick little knit, and it's a unique gift. So that's why I'm like, let's plant the seed now. And then we'll start talking about it closer to Christmas for the desperate knitters who are running out of time. Like me, because I'll be knitting them too. I don't know who's gonna get them though. And I already talked about my Enchanted Forest Pool shawl, which is, like I said, in test mode, and I didn't show the other one I'm knitting. Duh. Oh my goodness, this one's really pretty too, and it's in forest colors. I kind of got a little funky with this one. I used a bunch of leftover yarns and just added, I had 4 colors instead of just 3. Or 5 colors? I lost count. I just kind of threw them together. And I was like, why not? And again, it's with my Elements yarn. It just went with it so well. I'm like, meh. So that one I stole. The sock blank was not going to sell. This one was. But now it's mine. Fun. Look at that. It's really hard to show on the needles or really get a feel for what it's going to look like at this point. You can kind of see the colors in the top of Elements. You saw them in the socks too, but it's going to knit totally different in a shawl than especially off a sock blank versus my skein. But look at how pretty that is. The lilies. Oh. So that's what I didn't talk about is for the shawl, what you know, it's really fun to design too, because it's almost like drawing, where you're kind of putting things together and you just really use your, it's just art. It's where you're really using your imagination and you're seeing in it what others may not necessarily see. It's almost like looking up at the clouds and you're like, I see an elephant, and somebody else is like, I see a unicorn. Like, it's kind of like that with shawl like patterns too, is you can really, you'll see particular things in it, whereas other people wouldn't necessarily see. But this, I told you, I started with the frogs and I kind of just worked around it. So at the top, I just really liked that garter stripe break for it to really let the frogs pop, because they were the main attraction of the shawl, at least for me. And what really, like I said, was the star, and what helped me come up with the idea. And then the variegated there are lily pads, or at least what I would picture as lily pads. And I did them variegated because you figure if you picture that dark pool, you're going to have the blues, you're going to have the greens and browns and all that from the flowers, and I thought that was really fun. And then at the bottom, it's the enchanted forest pool. So you figure it's just the gentle waves coming from the pool. And that's how I put this together. So it was really just stitch patterns that called to me that helped me see those particular elements of the shawl. So I already knew I wanted to do something for water, I wanted to do something for flowers, and I wanted to do something for frogs. So that's kind of the method to my madness with the shawl that I can't seem to put on right now. Which is fine, because it's really hot in here anyway. But that's what went behind the shawl. And I don't know if that's exactly how other designers think of it too, or not, but it's definitely how I think about it and approach a design. Is I'll see a particular thing in it, and the name will hopefully encompass all of the ideas, but it really, like, there's sometimes specific things in that pattern that I've done on purpose because it reminded me of what I visualized. I just rambled on about that. Hopefully that all made sense. And I think I am done. Phew, and I can go melt, because, like, you know, it's fall now, so it's 80 degrees. I'm like, Mother Nature, what are you doing? I'm like, you just gave me a cool, rainy, chilly day, and now all of a sudden it's 80 degrees and muggy. You make no sense. I mean, really, September, I think she just gets a little out of whack. It's all right. Maybe she's getting into the double IPAs. Okay, you guys, I'm going to jump off. I think Miss Bean is sleeping, so I'm going to pop in a video. I'll have either done it at the beginning of this or at the end of this, so you can get a little taste of Miss Chelsea Bean too. And I think, Doug, are you gonna say goodbye? You gonna up? Do you want? He's barely lifting his head. At least show your nose to say goodbye. Can I see your nose up here? Can we see it? Nothing? Nothing. He's not even moving. He's gotten so lazy. Thank you guys so much for joining me, and I shall see you soon. Happy knitting. Get the ball. Get it. Get it. I don't want it. Get the ball.